Welcome. Episode 3 of the Nord Boys podcast. How's everybody doing tonight?
Yo.
What up?
All right, y'all know how we go. We're going to start with intros and just get into the meat of it. We start with Rabbit tonight.
Yo, what's up, fellas? It's your boy Rabbit. We appreciate all the support you guys giving us. We're still working on a couple more things, but stick with us. We appreciate everything.
All right, we're going to start with Crono next.
What up, though? It's Crono. And shout out to the 20 people that subscribe to us on YouTube, man. We really appreciate you guys. Let's try and get it to 30 this week.
And then Skyz.
Yo, what's up? It's Skyz. Want to give a good shout out. Shout out to Harm Kakarot Jordan again. Been listening in the past 2 weeks. I appreciate it. Shout out to Liam as well. Everyone else has been giving us feedback and stuff on the podcast. We definitely appreciate all the views and the clicks and everything. That's really what's driving us to do this and the passion behind it and stuff. So we appreciate everything, guys.
Okay. And it's AK in the building. A couple of things done changed since the last podcast. We're on Apple Podcasts now. So
Yo.
that's official. We got an Instagram now as well. Not really sure for what, but I was told that we should make one, so we made one. All right.
We'll discuss that a little bit later. What we can use the Instagram for, but we'll talk about it a little bit later.
All right. To bust this episode wide open first, we're gonna start with the free games for this month. On PSN, as long as you got PlayStation Plus, we got Neo, which is basically samurai version of Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Outlast 2, which is supposedly a really scary game. I saw a couple of people play it on Twitch a couple of months back, but it would have made more sense for last month, but hey, what do I know? And for you Xbox gamers, I don't know what half of these games are, but we're just gonna go ahead and go through them. One of them is Sherlock Holmes and the Devil's Daughter.
Yo, that game is way too hyped up. I watched a review on it. That game's actually trash. But anyways.
Final Station.
That game dope. Shout out to indie gamers. Shout out to the indie game companies, man. We need more of you guys out here because that game is really dope.
Yeah, I actually went to go take a look at it real quick. I was like, oh, this is for indie game. This is dope. I was like, I thought about just getting Xbox just to get some more indie games, to be honest with you.
Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, and I think that's the 360 backward compatible game.
Yo, I got something to say on that. All I'm gonna say is, graphics wise, everything on the game's fucking trash.
Let's throw that away.
Anyone who wants to play like a Star Wars game that's inclusive as to like flying the fighters and doing all that kind of shit, buy the new fucking Star Wars game. There's literally a mode in there where you can fly spaceships, go around, fucking shoot shit, and this game literally looks like someone just drew a concept up, threw it in the trash. The next guy walks by, pulled it out, and he was like, yeah, well, that's fucking good. Okay, we'll do that. No, it was in the fucking garbage for a reason. Stay there.
And then the last one for Xbox is Joyride Turbo. Don't know what that is either. I know
no one cares.
I know a lot of. Go ahead.
It's like Crazy Taxi meets Mario Kart in essence. Like the graphics and shit of Crazy Taxi and the feel of that, and then the Mario Kart-esque like with the power-ups and shit like that, So I mean, it's all right, but you can do tricks and shit in the air with your car, like you're flipping around and shit in your car. It's cool-ish. It's still trash though. Okay. We definitely PS4 definitely.
Yeah, well, I feel like if you're paying that much for a monthly subscription, the game shouldn't be $5 games you're getting for free. was it a couple last month we had MLB 19 for free. Like that's a $60 game right now. I got for free.
Yeah, we've been playing Home Run Derby like crazy.
Download that. I got it in my library. I just need to download it. And then I think that's all we got is free games this month. I'll say this much: PSN definitely stepped it up once they stopped giving us PS3 games.
Yeah.
The last couple of months we've been pretty good. I played Detroit for the first time because it was free. That was pretty good.
I think the first like good month we had was like when they like put Steep out. You remember the snowboarding game? And that was
didn't they give out Rocket League at one point in time with?
Yeah, but that was a while back. That was like a while back.
That's like 3 or 4 years ago they gave out Rocket League.
Yeah, like when Rocket League wasn't in. But I think like in the past like 6 months they've definitely stepped it up. I think like the first one that really caught my eye was that Steep one. Like the game isn't like anything. I mean, the game's crazy. Like the graphics and everything are awesome, but there's just minimal to do. It's the same repetitive thing over and over again. But the game's phenomenal. I played the shit out of it.
Okay. All right, we're gonna move on to some gaming news. Microsoft has a curse filter now. So if you have a little kid and you don't want them getting cussed out, you can get that filtered out through messages. I'm not entirely sure if that works for chat as well, but I do know it's a thing now. So I ain't gonna hate on that. I mean, as a parent, I don't want no weirdos talking to my kids online.
Right.
It's always been a thing for me. That's why I don't really like it being on Fortnite all that much, but it is what it is. Any thoughts on that?
I personally like it. I'm just to give my point real quick before Crono and Skyz get in here. But I like it because I feel like there's a lot more kids on these games, and they can't just go around and cussing at people and saying things they don't say in real life on this online, because they're like, oh yeah, you ain't ever gonna find me. I can say whatever I want to you, and it's gonna have no repercussions on me. So I think it's a nice little safe thing for the kids too, for them not to be able to say anything that they don't actually mean to these other people. Like no one knows who you are online. Like you could be playing against like the craziest hacker ever, and you're not gonna know. So I think it's more like it's also like saving or protecting people, and it's also like having people not be cussed at over text messages as well.
Go ahead, Joe.
Crono, you want to take next?
Well, I'm not a parent, so I don't care, but it is a good thing for, obviously, as we don't want to have our kids get exposed to those things. So I think the filter is a good thing, but at the same time, that's not going to stop them from going into a party and just having somebody cuss them out. And that's my opinion. Like, it's good, but at the same time, like I've always said, if you ain't monitoring what your child's doing, then I don't know what to tell you.
I feel that.
Well, my opinion on the matter is, all I gotta say is, when can we go back to the good old Xbox 360 days when a 13-year-old was telling me he was gonna fuck my mom? Like, that's all I want, bro. That's all I want.
Oh, you ain't played Call of Duty.
That was the epitome of my childhood, bro. That was the best time in gaming. I don't care what anyone says. Like the MW2 lobbies, somebody rage quits, then they're in their DMs going all crazy. I'm looking in your window, all types of crazy stuff. Like, no, I'm playing though, for real. I mean, the content filter is good for parents and stuff like that. Obviously, for someone like me, I don't need it, and they do give you the option. They have like 4 different levels, basically, from like no filter all the way up until like strict. So I mean, it's definitely a good option for those people who are parents, but I just like confrontation, I guess.
Especially with Xbox is definitely a move for people who trying to game on a budget with their Xbox Game Pass and stuff like that. Especially with that going on, I call it the EBT pass, but hey.
Hey, you talking about the EBT pass, man? That pass gets you some great games, because Outer World is a great game that you can get for $2 on Xbox. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, still not buying an Xbox.
Go ahead.
All right. I guess this kind of is bittersweet given what Blizzard's been going through. I'm not going to touch on that because we're not a political podcast. But Overwatch 2 was released. Well, not released. It was teased, and I don't think we got a release date just yet, but we definitely did get some stuff set out. As the Overwatch person who just got over his addiction, I'm looking like this as another hit. They touted this as a continuation. I'm not really sure how this is going to work, and if anybody who bought this on the Switch, I'm mad for you because you just got it not even a week ago, guys.
Personally, in my opinion, well, there's a couple things. One, not even about the game, but that cinematic trailer was one of the best fucking trailers I've ever seen.
I've been said they need to do a Pixar movie a long
Bro,
time.
that trailer was so fucking good. It was so. I watched it today, and I was like, damn, this is quality. Put aside all my problems with Overwatch in general. That was a really good fucking trailer, the best one they've ever released. But realistically, bro, it seems like a ploy for money to me. You slap a number 2 on it with duct tape, you give us a story mode, you give us 2 characters, and you get another $60 from everyone who plays Overwatch. Just stop fucking playing with me. Literally all they're doing is reskinning maps, adding a story mode, adding a couple more characters. That's what it seems like, at least from the start.
I mean, stuff that should have been in the first game.
And that's true.
With Skyz, I agree 100%. If they want to put a storyline, just add a couple characters, slap on a DLC. Don't put a number 2 on it. That's misleading. It's not a different Overwatch. It's just the same thing with the story mode. It's more like a DLC thing. If you're gonna have a whole new Overwatch, you should have new characters, new maps, new everything like that. Maybe 1 or 2, 3 same characters that are in the first Overwatch. But if you're having every single character from the first one to the second one, you're basically just copy pasting. But now, hey, we have a story mode now. Come on, just $30 storyline, 2 new characters, bam.
Another thing for me that really got me is I was watching one of the other videos about it, and basically I think this is something that's going to be very misleading. But do you know how in let's take what's a good example? Maybe MK or something, a game where you have special things that you can do, your special moves, but there's different variations of your special moves. So if you're playing this version of Scorpion versus that version of Scorpion, your moves are going to be different by each version. Now they're kind of making that they're teasing that with the difference in the ult and shit like that.
You actually have to level up your character, and
but here's the thing. They never ever specified whether that's going to be a multiplayer thing or not. They talked about the story, right, and then transitioned directly into that. So are you baiting us?
I imagine it doesn't have too much to do because there is co-op on there now from the beginning.
Right, but what I'm saying is, are you going to bait us into buying this game for that reason? Because everyone's dude, I can customize ults. That makes the game so much different at a fundamental level. If you can if you have different variations of how your ult works, it makes each character so much more dynamic, and you have to play them in a different way. But are you going to bait us into that, and that's a story mode specific thing, and we go to the regular version, the multiplayer version, which all of us play because there's no story mode now, and it's just the same old cookie cutter hammer down shit?
I think it might be on some League of Legends shit, and leveling up, it was per match, and you have to customize, and if you ever played a MOBA at any time, you level up every different match. So I buy different items and stuff, so I might customize it. Well, my tracer is more agile than a normal tracer would be, or this one does a little bit more firepower than a tracer normally would be, or she might have more defense. But I think that's the route they're going, because I mean, it's not like it wouldn't be out of Blizzard's realm to do something like that. Like, I'm pretty sure Blizzard is pretty good at doing MOBAs. So I think that's what the route they're going for.
I think it would be good. I think it would be genuinely good. I don't know what anybody else thinks.
We don't really know what exactly it is, because they were kind of vague on that part.
It was very vague. It just like flashed it, you know. It showed us like how you like level up and stuff on the screen, and then it showed like the hammer strike or whatever it was. Like May came in and she like froze everyone, and then Reinhardt comes down like off this top rope, fucking WWE shit, like, hammer strike, and then everyone just fucking disappears. So like, yeah, they're playing it good. You know, the face looks good right now, and it definitely would change things in a casual and competitive sense, because you have to make up and compensate for all those different uses of that ability. And then one more quick thing before I let Crono talk. The big thing for this is this a thing you can switch mid-game? Like, if it's going to be a multiplayer thing, can I switch from Reinhardt's regular ult to a different style of ult mid-game to compensate for the way that another team is playing? If not, that's going to be huge, because then once you see what type of ult that person is playing, then it's an automatic counter kind of situation, whereas it's not as adaptable, I guess. But that's what I have to say about it.
Crono?
Oh, it's Crono Epitaph time? Okay. So this is about to be Crono, aka Negative Nancy, bro. Because I'm about to make so many people that are fans of Blizzard so mad, bro. First of all, and this is me being 100% honest, anybody who buys this game is stupid. I'm just putting it out there. I'm going to tell you like this, bro. Y'all are supporting companies being lazy and not fixing the game that they already have, but saying, oh, here goes the fixed product. We're going to sell it to you for $60 more. Like, come on, bro. Let's make this make sense. Now, I actually watched what Jeff Kaplan was saying. Everybody in this party knows I do not like Jeff Kaplan at all, because the stuff he says makes no sense. Make this make sense to me. We're going to play a game called Make This Make Sense to Me. Make this make sense to me. Overwatch 1 players can play with Overwatch 2 players. They get the update, but they do not. But are they going to get everything? Are we going to get the story mode? Are we going to get push? Are we going to get all those? No. What's going to end up happening is they're going to let us play certain multiplayer maps, i.e. casual maps, and then paywall it behind dang on Overwatch 2. Make this make sense to me. Why are you upgrading characters when we ask for certain abilities to be adjusted? But you said, no, we're just going to give you a visual to distract you while we continue to not know how to balance out characters. Make this make sense to me. Why does it still take Overwatch, every 3 to 4 months to give us one character? Why did it take them so long to kill off dang on Die? Why did it take them so long to kill off Goats? Why? Because Blizzard doesn't know how to balance. Do you really think Overwatch 2 is going to change the fact that the game is trash? I hate to tell y'all this. Overwatch is kind of a trash game. I have a love-hate relationship with Overwatch. I am a diamond player in Overwatch, and it's still trash to me to this day. Why? Because there's certain mechanics in the game that don't work. Let's be realistic. Everybody's saying, oh, this PvE is so new. No. If you really know about Overwatch, if you are a true Overwatch fan, you know Overwatch was built to be an MMO. All they're doing is throwing their MMO ideas into the game. Like, that's all they're literally doing. They're doing what every MMO does. Let you upgrade a character that really ain't gonna matter, because you're not gonna be able to play that character in comp, to appease the PvE crowd, which are the casual crowds that's not even gonna play the game longer than. Like, are you serious?
It might be like a Mortal Kombat situation where it's a casual lobby where you can do with all your crazy stuff, and then it's a comp lobby where it's like different variations that are tournament, quote unquote. 1, 2, I see this as a everybody who's grew up in the '90s. How many versions of Street Fighter 2 was it, guys?
Street Fighter, Super Street
700.
Fighter, Hyper Street Fighter.
So I think, and Capcom is still doing that with Street Fighter to this day. So I just think this is Overwatch 2 Super HD Remix Edition. Am I gonna buy it? Yeah, I am.
For HD remix.
I'm not.
You know why I'm gonna buy it? Because I'm biased because this is the game that got my girl into gaming. So by choice, I'm going to have to buy it. I got 2 PlayStations and I got a PlayStation and I got a Switch. And if we can play with Cam, you know what? You know damn well I'm going to be playing with all 3 of us in the same thing. So it's just certain games. It's just it's probably going to be a bad choice, but you're going to do it anyway. And this is one of them.
I refuse. Like I learned my lesson with 2K, bro. I refuse to do it.
I never bought a 2K ever.
Mhm.
So
I refuse to do it. I play on my Overwatch 1.0 and be satisfied with my purchase rather than giving them another $60.
See, that's the thing with me, though.
Overwatch 1 came out like 4 years ago.
Okay, Overwatch 2 is Overwatch 1 with a new coat of paint.
And people pay for 2K $60 every year. So I mean, I don't really care.
I agree.
Like,
I
yeah,
agree.
I'm not one. Excuse me. I'm not one of those people. Like, I think the last time MLB 20 is the first time I bought a sports game in 4 years, 5 years, and before that it was NHL 16. I don't need to buy a game every freaking year. Like, the only new thing is the rookies that come out. Who cares? Give me 3
And don't
years.
they do live roster updates on most of those old games anyway?
Yeah, exactly. They have live rosters. So if I want to play with a rookie that came out this year, just go to live rosters and pick up a game with someone. Like, it's just, you don't need to buy every single year something that comes out. Like, it's just that all these games are doing it, and it's just sucking the money out of us when they could be giving us something different. And it's just, it's.
You know why Blizzard's doing this, right?
Because they want money.
No, it's to save face from that whole China thing.
Oh,
It's not even that, man. I feel like a lot of gaming companies know, regardless of what anybody say, whatever your favorite YouTuber says, all gamers have some type of addiction. When we have a game that we love, we're going to get that game. Like, it's no questions asked, bro. Like,
well, yeah, no, I agree, but I'm not going to buy the same game every year. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like, unless I'm getting, unless I'm a content creator and I need to buy like the up-to-date game, that's a whole different story. But because I'm casually gaming with my friends and just like competitively like through the game, I don't need to spend $60 every year on a game that came out a year ago.
And I think
the same thing.
I think that's my big thing. I think when Overwatch said that we can still play, basically if you have Overwatch 1, you can still play the same thing. It's like people going to go buy Overwatch 2 to play the same game if you have Overwatch 1. And like I said, now if it's something like, okay, if you want to upgrade Overwatch 2 for like $30 if you have Overwatch 1, I'll do that all day. Now, I will admit, if I can upgrade the game I already have for $30, I would do that all day, and I have no problems with that. My problem is, if you already have the game and we can still play the same core game,
then obviously those servers haven't been refreshed or anything like that, so it can't be that much different. I agree with that.
I like that, Crono. That makes a lot of sense. I agree.
All right, are we done with Overwatch 2?
Yeah, let's get out of that subject. Okay.
Spider-Verse 2. Movie news. I think it's the first time we talked about a movie in the podcast. Spider-Verse 2. Everybody's seen the first Spider-Verse, right? With Miles?
Man,
I have not.
Honestly,
it was on Netflix, bro. Y'all had no excuse.
It still is on Netflix.
Bro,
I've been watching.
I plan on going to watch it.
I've been watching anime the last like 14 years, so
Bro, listen.
It's still on Netflix?
You can't get on me. Y'all know that I've been watching Supernatural, trying to catch up for the last season coming out, and there's 14 fucking seasons of that shit, bro. I'm on season 11. Just let me be until I'm done.
It's easily in the top 5 best Spider-Man movies ever made. Period. Cartoon or otherwise.
It's top 3.
I've seen clips of it, and like the artistry behind how they had to like put that movie together is insane. And I feel like it's definitely on my must-watch list. and obviously it's super easy to watch. I'll just
I say
order it or
best,
something.
I say it's the best Spider-Man ever made. In my opinion. See, look. So it's
okay,
a tie.
boss.
It's a tie between Spider-Man 2 and that Spider-Man. Like
I told you, it's definitely in my top 5, but it has
Spider-Man 2 was the best movie that has ever been made that had anything to do with Spider-Man.
It's like I said, those two are my top 2. Like the Tom Holland ones, I like them, but it's not like Spider-Verse is a different beast, man. Like the way
the fact that we get to see old man Peter, it's like
old man Peter, man, like
who done gave up on life, like
you get
going
to
through
see
marital problems, getting divorced, and like and then we got this fresh new kid and he's not Peter Parker, like he's not the black Peter Parker, and that's what I like. He has his own spin on being Spider-Man, and that's what a lot of people was worried about going in if they did not know anything about Miles. They was like, okay, we got a black kid that's Spider-Man now.
That's what, not to cut you off, AK. So that's what makes it great to me. That's what made the best Spider-Man, when it shows like the trials and tribulations of Spider-Man. Why Spider-Man 2 was so powerful was because we watched Spider-Man start to lose his powers and had to find his way to gain he had to find the confidence, he had to find everything within himself, forgive himself to become Spider-Man again. We looking at Miles Morales, somebody that's like, I don't know how to be Spider-Man. I don't know how to do this like you guys do. And he had to find himself. He had to find his own style, his own way of doing things. And I think that's what makes Spider-Man so great. Like when you get to see, the human aspect outside of a superhero. That's what makes Spider-Man one of the most popular superheroes of all time.
He's so relatable.
Yeah. Like it's not because he's a superhero. It's because we've all been through those times where we have self-doubts. We have,
getting dumped, not knowing if you're going to be able to pay rent, not knowing if you're going to be able to make it at home in time,
right?
Sleeping, undersleeping, like,
and you got all these responsibilities. You feel like you got the responsibilities of those that left you in the past, and you trying to make those people, happy. You trying to make the people around you happy, and you got to figure out how to do all that while making yourself happy, doing what's right for you. And it's like those two movies, Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Verse, shows that so well, better than any other Spider-Man movies, in my opinion. Like it's ridiculous, man.
Well, this one is not touted for release until 2022, so we got a long wait. And you know what? I'm not mad at that. Hey, if we can get Miguel, Spider-Man 2099 in there, I'm all good.
Well, they hinted it. They
did.
And Madam Web, they hinted both of them. So,
and if we can get Venom, maybe even Agent Venom, I'll be happy about that. And if we can even go into like Ben Reilly, the Spider Clone, or we can get Kane, or we can get it's a lot of different Spider-Mans.
I think the Venoms, as much as people hate that Venom movie, which I'm like, I don't listen to the.
I love that Venom movie.
Yeah, that Venom movie was pretty good. The Master's like, this isn't Venom, and like, just to use a famous person, Tony Baker, you messed it up. This isn't Venom. And I'm like, bro, you do know Venom is an anti-hero, right?
He had a whole line of comics called Venom Lethal Protector. Like, these people don't read comic books, bro. We already know that.
Bro, yeah, y'all used to, I'm gonna kill Spider-Man. Venom just, I don't even think, I think Venom kind of like Spider-Man. He's just like, man, why you getting all this attention and I'm not? Like, if you look it up.
Did y'all play that Spider-Man game on the PS1 and the N64 where like Spider-Man and Venom had to team up?
Yeah.
I did not.
No, I played the one, I don't know which one it was. I played the one where like in the beginning, like they made you, it was like the shit back in the day. It was the one where you like swung from buildings and like shit was
Spider-Man
crazy,
2.
bro.
Spider-Man 2.
That game was OD, bro.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people was comparing the last Spider-Man game that came on PS4 to.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that
I'm guessing Rabbit and Skyz don't really have too much to add on to this.
No, I just wanted to ask a quick question. In your personal opinion, and I guess we can take this in all aspects, cartoon or like actual movie. Who do you think was the best Spider-Man?
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that one slept on too.
Spectacular Spider-Man. The one that used to come on Disney. They had Luke Cage, White Tigress, and Iron Fist. That one is so slept on. I think that. I
actually don't know that one.
It was a Disney Channel cartoon that came out like in 2008. Yeah, but that's definitely was like the best.
Wait, no. It's the more like.
The theme song was like spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah. No. It was I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like a plain artsy style, like not too crazy.
Yeah. It kind of looks like Ben 10 almost.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was a good storyline based Spider-Man.
It was that one, and it was one that used to come on MTV that was like real gritty.
Didn't Neil Patrick Harris play Spider-Man in that one?
I think so.
Yeah, you guys are talking about the new animated series.
Yeah.
2000. I think it was
2003.
2003, man. That one was pretty good, and people was like, "Oh, that's what I'm saying." Like certain ones, it's like, "Oh, this Spider-Man is gritty," but it still showed like it was still Spider-Man.
Every cartoon has their own, because I'm still a sucker for the '90s Spider-Man. You know, like that was.
Oh, you're talking about. Are you talking about the Amazing Spider-Man?
No, that was the one from Fox Kids, like way back in the day.
Oh,
Spider-Man.
The one that came out in like
man.
Wait, you're talking about the one that came out in like it came out in like the mid '90s and ran all the way up until like almost 2000.
Yep.
Yeah. I know
kind of weird spin-off, Spider-Man Unlimited.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be a just basic here. I mean, I guess I did watch Spider-Man cartoons when I was younger, and I guess if I had to pick my favorite like cartoon Spider-Man, it would be the Spectacular one. No. It would be the one you're talking about, the early '90s one. That's probably the one that I watched.
But that's the one I got the most nostalgic bias towards.
Yeah. And complete and utter bias, like I don't think anyone will ever play a better Spider-Man as Tobey Maguire.
Here's how
I don't agree.
I don't agree, man.
I don't agree. I love. So this is my opinion. I have two different.
We've already talked about this, and we know exactly how we feel. But let's clear it up for all the listeners.
So for me, I have two different Spider-Mans that I prefer because each of them play a different part better than the other one. What is his name?
Tom Holland.
No, Andrew. So Andrew was my favorite Spider-Man. Was it outside? I forget which one is which, but one of them was my favorite Spider-Man in costume. One is my favorite Spider-Man out of costume. It's just because Spider-Man is supposed to be that.
You're talking like Peter Parker versus Spider-Man.
Yes.
Okay.
I forget which one. I can't remember, but I know that for Spider-Man, he's supposed to be a smart-ass kid when he's Spider-Man or versus Peter Parker. So one of them plays Peter Parker, one of them plays Spider-Man better than the other. So if you would put those two together for me, that'd be my perfect Spider-Man. But I haven't seen the Spider-Verse yet. So I don't have all the correct information.
I'll say this.
Those two right now are my favorite.
I will say Andrew probably played the best Spider-Man, but his Peter Parker was trash.
Peter Parker was too damn cool.
Yes.
Peter Parker is a nerd, boy.
If we talk about hands down best Spider-Man, like he blows Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire out there. He plays Spider-Man. He is the better Spider-Man.
So I'm gonna be honest. I never even watched that movie because, like, when he came out, the one that Andrew played in,
it was two of them. Both of them were pretty meh.
Yeah. So the reason why I didn't watch those is because I'm just a big Tobey Maguire fanboy. And so basically, like, I just decided I was like, nobody can be a better Spider-Man than Tobey. So I never watched them, right? Then I gave Tom Holland a try. And I will tell you what, and I think there's somebody that I agreed with this on, but Tom Holland, I think, personally plays a very, very, very insanely good Peter Parker, and Tobey Maguire plays a good Spider-Man, in my personal opinion.
See, and I think that's completely reversed. I like Toby for his Peter, because Toby's Peter is a dork, just like Peter was. He's a dork.
Yeah,
he doesn't really have any friends aside for his few. He's that nervous. Hi MJ, how are you doing? Towards him.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. and then once he was Spider-Man, I thought like Toby did like 2 or 3 jokes with Spider-Man, and that's not Spider-Man. Spider-Man like has a mouth that's like a level under Deadpool. Like if we're talking about people who get on some people's nerves, it's Deadpool.
PG Deadpool.
It's
PG Deadpool.
It's Deadpool, and then Spider-Man is like right under there. And like Tom is that Spider-Man where he talks so much to the point where people are like, would you shut the fuck up? Like that's why he works alone so much, because it's like people tell like, hey yo, Spider-Man, you cool and all, you smart and all, but you talk to them.
Look. Tobey Maguire lost top Spider-Man when he did that dance in Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3, we don't talk about that movie.
Oh yeah, that.
No, we talk about it.
Well, no.
It was brought up in Spider-Verse, man.
Listen, don't do my boy like that. Do not do my boy like that. Don't blame him for that. We do not talk about that movie, bro.
Look, the dance that scene was so bad they put it in Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
that's how bad that scene.
They did kind of.
That's how legendary bad that scene is, man. They put it in a whole nother movie and didn't even have the nerves to show him as Peter Parker. Oh my god. He even said it. We don't talk about this. I did this. We don't talk about that.
All right, let's get into these new game releases. Medieval just came out. Let me pull up the Metacritic score. For you guys that don't know, Medieval was a PS1 game, and it got the Spyro / Crash treatment. From what I've heard, it hasn't really aged all that well. In terms of like the way it plays, but I'm pretty sure it has its fans. I don't know how much it sold so far, although I don't really hear people talking about it, but I feel like they just brought that out just to say they had something. Like its Metacritic score is 67, so it's but user score is 8.3, so
Right. The issues with it are essentially like I did a lot of digging onto this, because I actually I don't remember playing this game as a kid, but I remember playing this game as a kid. Do you ever get that feeling?
These games.
You ever look at something and you're like, dude, I know this. I've played this, but it's not like one of those games where you legit remember beating someone's ass on Mario Kart. It's not like one of those boom, I can pull that exact. And so I dug deep into it, and yeah, I did play it as a kid. I don't remember it that well. It's one of those just hazy memories. I know I played it, but essentially the big issues with it are gameplay still. So the weird camera shit where you had to move the camera around.
That age well.
Yeah. So they still had it that same way. Combat is still really weird, where you kind of just have to randomly swing at everything, and you can randomly get hit by bullshit that isn't hitting you.
From what I look at it, it's baby's first 3D platformer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the last thing, which people are really, really unhappy about, is they kept the fucking shit where you cannot save mid-game. There's no halfway check. So if you're in a level and you die halfway through, start the fucking bitch all over. They literally
trying to get another cash grab. That's why I feel like this.
Yeah, you need to get up to the times with that, because people are not trying to waste half an hour to go through one of those games and get right to the boss or something and fucking die and have to again.
Who are you lying to? You know Super Mario Maker 2 is a thing, right?
Right.
I didn't play Super Mario Maker 2. I didn't play Super Mario.
Those games those levels are notoriously hard.
Listen, hate me if you want. My Mario, and we're gonna get into Mario World and shit like that. My Mario, I guess, knowledge or expertise is down to regular Mario, Mario Kart, and that fucking crazy ass game that made me feel like I was on acid for the Wii. Mario Universe or whatever it was.
Galaxy?
That game was
Galaxy.
Yeah, Galaxy. That
Galaxy
game was
was
fucking
amazing.
crazy. That
It was
game was the
amazing.
shit.
That game.
That game is a masterpiece. But other than that, I've never played another anything in the Mario universe, like anything else.
Medieval, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's one of those games that you kind of know what's the age well. Like, let's use Crash. We can use Crash and Spyro. Like, everybody kind of still knew who they were. Everybody knows about Crash. Everybody knows about Spyro. Who really knows about Medieval? Like,
Or Daniel, whatever his name is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember him from his game on the PS1. I remember him from PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale or whatever it's called.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even remember for Royale, and I'm 27. Like, I don't remember him. Like, it's like if they brought back Gex. Like, the 90s kids will remember Gex, but anybody past the 90s wouldn't know who Gex was.
Or care.
Oh
Or
my
care.
god,
It
I
was-
love that game.
That sounds really familiar.
I got like
Somebody,
like my memory, dude. Like
somebody
you said,
DM me a picture of what the fuck this is right
Dude,
now.
it took me a minute to realize what you said, Chrono. But once you said it, I was like, oh, dude, yes.
like that's like if they was to bring back Earthworm Jim. Who remembers
Earthworm. Now, Earthworm
don't.
Jim might be a little bit different.
I don't know that one, but this
that? He
other
had a
one.
remake back in 2010. Nobody cared.
No, Earthworm
Exactly.
Jim might be different only for the reason of Dorky. I don't know if y'all watch like the Dorkies, the Sonic
Dorkly?
for Howard. Dorky,
Oh,
yeah, the
they-
Sonic for Howard, and he's
Yeah.
in it. So people might know who he is. Like, oh, that's Earthworm Jim. This is his game. And Earthworm Jim 1 and 2 weren't terrible games at all.
No, they weren't.
They weren't terrible.
I can
They
still
were-
play those to this day.
To this day, man, it's like if they brought back Vector Man. Vector Man on Sega Genesis. I know a lot of people might not know what that is, but I can play that game.
That music
to
is
this day.
bomb, bro.
That and it's like
Yo, if we're talking about bringing back games, bro, the ultimate game that needs to be brought back, I don't give a fuck what anybody says, is Diddy Kong Racing. I swear
That was made
on
by
my
Rare and Microsoft
mama.
owns it now, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro. on my mama.
that's up to
I
Rare and
would
Microsoft.
can take my whole
I
fucking
mean,
wallet.
Microsoft and Nintendo
My
is
whole
banned
wallet.
now, so nothing's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
whole
but-
wallet, bro. You can have the whole
Rabbit.
motherfucker.
You've been quiet.
I did not like Diddy Kong Racing. It was my least favorite racing game out there for all the racing games that came out.
How are we even still friends,
I
bro?
was I
Don't
was
you
a
dare
huge,
disrespect me.
huge
You a Mario
Kart
Kart
fan.
64. Yep.
And
You either like one or the other. You don't like both.
I love Crash. I loved Crash when I was younger, and I love Mario. So I feel like if you love either of those two, you do not like Diddy Kong Racing.
What do you
I-
mean? I like Mario and Diddy
I
Kong. I'm
despise Diddy Kong Racing with the past. I've never hated a racing game so much in my life, dude. Like it just
You talking
I
about-
just dislike it.
You
so
talking
much.
about rubber banding, yo? You talking about rubber banding? It's
Boy.
like-
Ahead of its time. Ahead of its time. Y'all couldn't comprehend it. That's the issue.
And don't pick a boat or you automatically lost.
Okay, no, that's just dumb. Don't be that. You're okay. Listen, if you put yourself in that predicament, you fucked yourself. Like, just don't be that dumb. Okay,
All right.
like in that situation, car, airplane, boat, you're fucking stupid. Okay, like just we know the choices here. There's two of them.
Okay, let's go on to the next newly released game. Is Luigi's Mansion 3, and it's doing surprisingly well for a continuation of a game not many people played on the GameCube. Not a lot of people played Luigi Mansion. It was a one of those
Hidden gems.
yeah, it was one of those games that came out with the system. So like if you bought one soon as launch, but other than that, and then the second one came out on the 3DS. It didn't really get all that hype, but Metacritic score is 86 and
Man.
the user score is 8.8. I think it's the highest rated game that came out this month so far.
I have it. That game is amazing. The game, like if you play one, forget two. We don't talk about two. It's like Spider-Man 3. We don't talk about two. Man, that game is a successor to Luigi Mansion 1, boy. Like, I want to do a review on it, but I'm like, I don't need to say nothing. Go buy the game. go buy it. That's all I gotta say. That game is
I'm
amazing.
definitely thinking about getting it this Christmas. For,
I seen gameplay of this game, bro, and it was like it like brought back my inner childhood. Like this dude uses like a suction vacuum to like
Yep.
and like Hulk smashes them like he did the
That's
low.
all-
You know, like who doesn't want to fucking do that? Just
They-
bop, 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 bop.
They
like,
literally took the mechanics of one and enhanced it, boy. Like
that shit looks so fucking funny.
they enhanced one so well, man. Like we want to talk now. They need to do a HD remake of Luigi Mansion 1.
I'm
See how
surprised they
good-
ain't threw that on the Switch yet.
Man, remember that baby that you had to fight on there? You had to hit it with the fucking beach balls and shit.
Bro,
Yo,
you remember that beat?
Oh my god. Yo, when he be the training mode music. Yo, that man. That game is you talking about a game ahead of its time. That game would have got put out on the Wii or something like that. Man.
Oh yeah, because the reason why it didn't sell that well because when the GameCube came out, it was third place. So it didn't do as bad as the Wii U, but it definitely wasn't. It was going up against the OG Xbox and PlayStation 2. Like,
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like the PS2 was an amazing system. Rest in peace, PS2 online play. But like, dude, like that was. I'm not a big PlayStation fan. I'm more of a Microsoft Xbox 360 fan. But the PS2 is probably my top 5 system ever. So I really like it.
And I want to say this to some of the fans because you going fan Luigi Mansion sold. What are you talking about? No, it sold well for the GameCube. It didn't sell well overall. So we got to clarify that because there's some people. It's a great game. We understand that, but the GameCube didn't sell well. So
we ain't gonna sit up here and act like the GameCube wasn't the Melee box.
Right. Right. And then we talking about Melee. People didn't start even buying Melee until after GameCube life cycle, and then once Smash Bros. Melee started getting seen as a competitive fighting game, party game, whatever you want to call it. But yeah,
I'm not getting into that argument. That whole argument is stupid.
Mm-hmm. But anything else new?
All right, we're gonna move on to the next one that just came out. We're gonna talk about Outer Worlds, the real Fallout, as some people would say. This game has an 86 on Metacritic right now, 8.4 user score. So I think the original devs of Fallout said, "Hey, look, we know these guys let you down with Fallout 76. That's a whole nother can of worms I don't want to go down to right now." But here, we're gonna take our assets and we're gonna make our own game. I haven't played it myself, but from what I've heard, it's pretty good.
It's
Trash.
really good. No, it's not. Stop playing, man.
Trash.
If you play Fallout New Vegas, you'll like this. Now, the only thing
Listen.
I will say is they need to the game will be better if they allow mod support and let mods just create the game. I feel like certain games you can let the community let your game sell, if that makes sense. It's kind of what they
3, Mario World, Minecraft, Skyrim.
Yeah.
Like I hope they don't do here's DLC. If the only DLC is we're gonna create
Here's more
mod
assets.
expansion. Yeah, here's more assets. Is a mod expansion. You go ahead and create the game for us. Like that would be amazing, bro. That I think they would knock it out the park. That would raise it. In my opinion, it's a 7 out of 10. There is some things that is messed up about the game, but
I mean, compared to 76 though.
But 76 is made as an MMO. You can't. People comparing it to 76, you can't do that. You got to compare it to Fallout.
I'm not even
4,
talking
Fallout
about the
3.
way they play. I'm just talking about quality. Period.
You can't. It's two different games, bro. It's still, regardless of what anybody say, I'm not a 76 fan by any means, but Fallout 76 is meant to be an MMO. You have to compare it to Fallout 4. And I hate to say this, with all the glitches that game Fallout 4 has, Fallout 4 is still better than that game.
All I
hate
got
to
to
say
say,
that.
all I got to say is if you saying that they tomato,
Yeah.
if Outer Worlds is a pizza, it's top of the line, high end pizza.
Oh no,
If-
no! It's still a great game.
If 76 is a burger, it's not even Burger King. It's not even McDonald's. It's that gas station burger that you put in the microwave for 20 seconds.
Hold up, no. Sometimes them gas station burgers slapping. You tripping, my
All right.
All right, then let's.
He's the one that
let's,
eats Smiley's chicken.
That's a Ben Harbor reference that went over their head, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Rabbit, you ain't talking.
I have been talking. I've just been listening to Crono talk about his Fallout thing going on. But I wasn't. So, well, you guys know Borderlands came out the same time Fallout did, right? I didn't play Fallout. I played Borderlands. So I never really played Fallout. So if the Outer Worlds anything like Fallout, I'm assuming it's like Borderlands as well. Is that what you assume?
Ain't they like Pepsi and Coke?
That's like
Yeah,
Pepsi,
yeah.
bro. That's
Yeah.
like if you compare Borderlands, you have to compare that to like a looter shooter, bro. Fallout isn't technically a looter shooter. It's a looter, but it's not. It's weird to explain, bro. It's two different types of looter shooters, basically.
Trash.
Why are you
I
study
mean-
saying trash, guys? What's your beef with Outer Worlds?
Listen,
Listen,
bro,
listen.
I haven't played this game yet, and I won't play this game. And
Here we go.
it's for one reason and one reason only. So this is what happened. Fallout, No Man's Sky, and Destiny all came in a room, right? They had a fucking orgy, and this is the god-awful fucking thing that came out. I'm not touching it. Not fucking touching it.
I hate to say
I
this.
I watched
He's telling
gameplay.
the truth, bro.
I watched gameplay. I watched gameplay of this game. I watched gameplay of this game, and I was like, okay, so at what point does the average consumer look at this and be like, reskin? Because that's what hit me at first. Reskin. That's the instant reskin. Like I looked at it, reskin.
I mean, people
What the
who
fuck you
wanted
want
their
from
Fallout fix ran to this. I'm just gonna be honest.
Remember what I said earlier? Piggyback back to what I said earlier. If you want something that bad, you're gonna go buy it.
Yep, and this
that's
is
what-
and Fallout 76 left these people so bad out that they would take Outer Worlds. And I don't play Fallout. I don't play looter shooters. I tried Borderlands, and I love my brother, but he tried to push me through it. I couldn't do it. So, granted, I started with the pre-sequel, and I heard that was the worst one. But that's neither here
Yeah.
nor there.
Yeah, if you ain't
I
start if you ain't start with 2, man, you started with the wrong one, man.
Yeah, I don't really play looter shooters either. I played Borderlands 1 and 2. I can't do that like go into a room and it's reskinned people that you have to fight for the same fucking thing over. I just can't fucking do it.
So you will hate MMOs, wouldn't you? Like you're not an MMO RPG player, are you?
He's not an RPG player, period.
Yeah.
He was big
What?
in the he was big in the Monster Hunter for a while, but I
mean,
Yeah,
that's-
Monster
Monster Hunter-
I mean,
And don't you play Diablo?
yeah, I played Diablo.
he doesn't really play. He just kind of goes through the motions.
Well, shut your ass up. Shut your ass up. That's why I had to get a fucking rabbit-sized backpack and carry your ass. Shut your ass up.
Who carried
My
you
neck,
to where you
my
are?
neck grows
You have
my
the
neck,
best- you
my
have the
neck grows the
best-
nastiest neck row you ever seen. Shut your
You
ass
had the
up.
best
Don't
cut
talk
in
to
the
me
game.
now.
And
Respect my
and
fucking
you-
name.
And you
Don't do it,
still. And
You remember that? You remember that
still-
time we went in practice mode and I literally didn't even have to touch you. My minions were smacking you around. Shut your ass up.
There's practice mode in Diablo?
Yeah,
yeah,
there's like a
yeah,
arena.
there is. And he got
You know,
smacked.
he has,
Shut
the,
your
he has
ass
the
up.
best set in the game, and he's 200 paragons higher than I was. So let's just.
It's not even a
leave that
set,
at
bro.
that.
That's pure fucking skill.
No.
All right,
Diablo
nerds
takes
not
skill?
dog.
All right, nerds, because I have
Diablo
no
takes-
idea what the fuck y'all talking
Diablo takes 220 IQ plays.
Man,
And I
Path
operate
of
at
Exile is
230.
better than- Path of Exile is better than Diablo.
I don't even know
I've
what
said
that
it
game
before.
is, bro.
It's a free to play game. I'm telling you, download. Path of Exile is a better version of Diablo.
Oh,
Listen,
you crazy. You
Listen, I
The only
came
Diablo style
on
game
to
I've ever
Diablo
played was that
3.
Marvel Heroes Omega game that came out and was
Bro, I came on to Diablo 3 like 10 years late. And that game is the truth. That game
speaking
is
of
the truth.
announcements, we can make an amendum. Rabbit was pretty happy about Diablo 4 being announced. Is there anything?
Yeah,
about
but so I was watching it. Like I'm excited about the couple characters coming out because in Diablo 3 I wanted to see the Druid make an appearance, and I don't think he is going to make an appearance in number 3. But I heard rumors that number 4 is just going to be like basically a DLC to number 3. And
so basically Overwatch 2. Yeah.
Overwatch 2.
So I am not happy about that. Hopefully they change it because it's not supposed to come out for like another year and a half.
They better change it, bro. Why would you change?
Hopefully they make it a full game and like, because there's 3 different characters on there that I haven't seen before, which is really nice. The Druid's throwback from Diablo 2, and there's 2 other characters that were on there that I didn't really get to see the names of. So I've been watching videos and stuff like that.
Like, why would you fuck yourself now? Look at the shelf life that Diablo 3 has had. Look at how many people are still playing it. We're playing seasonal characters how many years after this game is launched, Randall?
like 7, 8 years.
Don't fuck yourself over, bro. Like, don't do it.
I mean,
you're shooting yourself in the foot.
To be fair, people been asking for Diablo 4.
Yeah. Oh no, I want Diablo 4.
Give us the whole game.
But I want to be
don't Monster Hunter Iceborne our ass.
Because I really enjoyed the storyline of Diablo 3. Joey, you need to do the storyline of Diablo 3, okay? It's really good. But I'm a Diablo fan, and the storyline of Diablo 3 is I really enjoy it. I'm not gonna ruin it for anyone. I just really enjoy the storyline. It makes a lot of sense to me, and it's just
I guess they're trying to redeem
Game's been out for
themselves.
like 8 years. Who you ruining it for, bro?
And I guess they're trying to redeem themselves from that Diablo mobile game they had teased a year ago, and people were pissed about that.
That didn't
People
make any
still
sense.
pissed about that, yo. Like,
But
I don't know. Why would you announce that? Who cares about mobile gaming, bro? Mobile gamers don't even care about gaming. Come on.
But if Diablo 4 is a game of its own, I am gonna be one of the happiest people ever. Because I was playing Diablo 2 when it was just on the PC, and when they brought it to the PS4, I think 4 or 5 years, 6 years ago, I was really happy because I've always wanted to play for the PS4. So I was super stoked for that. So if Diablo 4 comes out and it's the new, like, up-to-date game, new everything, then I'll be happy. But if it's kind of like a DLC and it's just an add-on, I'm not going to be very happy. I'm going to buy it because I'm an idiot, but I'm not going to be very happy about it.
I'm a baby to Diablo universe, and I'm on the same wave, 100%. Yo, that game had me addicted, bro. Like, I like that game a lot. Like, the way it plays and shit like that. It's addicting, bro. As soon as you're like, man, give me a 90 greater riff, and then you go in there and you just start smacking, bro, it makes you feel the power. You know what? You're just like, you know, you puff your fucking chest puffs out, and you're just like, ooh, ooh. You know, you get the ape energy and shit. Yeah, that game got my head big.
All right, so moving on to the next release. I don't even know why I put this on here. I guess it's just because it's a meme at this point. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. Who keeps asking for these?
Bro,
who keeps asking for these? Because, like, I played the first one on the Wii. It was okay. It was discount Mario Party. Cool.
Yep.
It was a Mario Party and Wii Sports had a baby. That's what that game would be. Like, and it's not even as fun as that sounds. It's okay. But who keeps asking for these? Like, as a Sonic fan,
Japan.
I am pissed that they keep wasting Sonic money for this, because Sega is the one that developed this, not Nintendo.
Look, Sega needs to sit down and diversify their bonds or something, because I don't know what they coming out with, man. If it wasn't for Atlas, they would not be making money. The last good game the last good Sonic game that came out wasn't even made by Sega. It's made by some fans of Sonic. Like, come on,
Sonic Mania, and that came out 2 years ago.
That game is amazing. That's like the best Sonic game. And everybody keeps saying, bro, this is what we want. And Sega is like, okay, we'll give you Olympic Games. We understood. It's like bro,
it's hard being a Sonic fan. And then they did that movie. I'm not even gonna, don't get me started.
Man, I
Google searched this, bro, and I immediately closed the tab. I had no idea what it was before I Google searched it. I Google searched it, and I looked, and then I closed the tab. That's all.
Man, look, that Sonic movie, for all the people that's like, oh my god, we're getting a Sonic movie. Let me explain something to y'all about live action video game movies. They all suck. The only one that No,
Mortal Kombat 1 was good.
it was decent. The only
It was
like
alright.
I mean, when you compare trash to, passable is good.
look, let's put it like this: the best video game movie we had just came out, and that's Detective Pikachu,
True.
and that was okay. I'm not gonna say it was amazing. It's a good. Well, I mean, it's a good watch. I'm not gonna put it as a 9 out of 10 like some people. I put it like at a 7 out of 10.
I will definitely watch it again.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch it again. Like that's something to watch with your kids, with your girl. If you're trying to be stepdaddy of the year, it's something to watch.
Oh boy.
Get out my playbook, boy.
Aye, Captain.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
So can we just speed past this meme? Because like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
it came out.
I'm ready to talk
but,
about
like,
the next one.
It
Yeah,
came
me too.
out, but like, last but certainly not least, Kojima's newest baby, and I do mean baby, Death Stranding, finally came out, and
it's walking simulator. It's the walking simulator.
It's UPS simulator, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it got an 83 on Metacritic, which people were saying this was going to be game of the year. People were sucking Kojima off. And for it to only get an 83 for Luigi's Mansion to get a higher rating,
Man,
that says a whole lot.
Death Stranding is walking simulator, and we are the world. We are the children. Man, nobody cares, bro. About
Kojima somebody needs to really
Bro.
get Kojima a movie studio so he can make his movie and stop wasting our time.
People over here like, yo, it's fighting simulators in there. You don't even kill people in there. Like, I get it. Like, there's games that do not kill people very well. Undertale is the one game that I will always
Mirror's Edge, the first one.
Mirror's Edge. No, Mirror's Edge, you can kill people. But Undertale does it best because the moment you kill somebody in Undertale, you win your whole best ending. And if you keep killing people, you get the worst ending to the point you have to uninstall the game and reinstall the game because every time you play from that point on, you get a bad ending.
That's crazy.
Kojima, like, bro, I can't kill somebody because people blow up. That's stupid, bro. That's corny to me. That's not even good writing, bro. Oh, I killed this dude. He blew up a town. Oh, scary. Like that's corny, man. Like I'm not about to. Go ahead. You cut me off. I'm about to go on my tangent. Okay, go ahead, Rabbit.
My bad.
I didn't say anything.
I thought he was about to say something. My bad. Go ahead.
No. It's all good. It's just like I understand it's for the story, but bro, when the gameplay is so boring that. When the gameplay is boring, that it turns me off from the story. That's a bad game. And I understand it's Kojima. I don't care who you are. A bad game is a bad game. That is bad gameplay to me. And I'm speaking for Crono. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I'm speaking for me. That's bad gameplay. And
we ain't gonna sit up here and act like Cliffy B was a guy before he came out with that fake Overwatch.
Oh yeah, we ain't gonna talk about him.
All right then. So I mean, when people start, there's been bad Mario games. Like I'm not trying to hear that. Like there, just because the developer has a really good track record doesn't mean he can make something that's not good to you. If it's to you. And to be honest with you, I respect the Metal Gear franchise. I've never actually sat down and played any of them besides the first one. And I did remember playing Snatcher as a kid. My uncle had the Sega CD. That's the only reason why I know that games exist. But other than that, it's like, okay, you made Metal Gear. That's really good. That's amazing. I think he did Zone of the Enders and he did Snatcher, like I said earlier. But like other than that, like he's a top tier developer because why?
Yo, you gonna have people not even want to listen to our broadcast.
All I'm saying is I haven't spoiled this game for myself yet because I plan on copying it. I want to play this game.
You just want to play it
wanted
because Norman Reedus is in it.
No.
You a
I mean,
fanboy?
no,
Say it.
No,
That's
baby.
the biggest
no,
reason why I don't want to
baby.
play it because I love Norman Reedus so much.
No.
That's why half of the people buying it is buying it because
No.
Norman Reedus.
And the support
Norman Reedus is cool. Norman Reedus is cool. Don't get me wrong. But from the initial time I seen this, I seen the first trailer for this game, bro. I've wanted to play this game, and if it ends up disappointing me, then it ends up disappointing me. But to me, y'all know I am not a fucking story mode, single player, fucking any type of fucking game like that person. And this game made me want to play it. So I plan on copping it. I'm gonna cop it, and I'm gonna play the whole fucking thing. So,
like I said,
how about you just give me $40? I kick you in the nuts, and we call it a day, dog. Like
the game, bro. The game's 60. You trying to fuck me over here? What is this?
I'm saving you $20.
Exchange rate?
Skyz, Skyz, you want to play the game? Go get a package. Go to the UPS store, get a package, and walk across America to deliver said package. That's your game.
Sell down there.
That's your game.
All right. Main topic for the night. Top 5 cartoons for growing up. I think we're gonna let Rabbit go ahead and talk because I'm trying to get him to talk more.
I have been talking, dude. Y'all.
I know. No. You did really good this episode. I'll just leave
little
it like
shy
that.
bitch.
I'm not shy. Y'all just talk so much. I'm
not go ahead, Rabbit. Go with your top 5.
All right. So this is in no particular order. I do have a for sure number 1. I'll save that for last. But Arthur. I really enjoyed Arthur growing up.
And I say, hey.
It was just great because I mean I was their age going to school, dealing with none of the problems they were dealing with because they had some crazy ass problems for going to elementary school. But it was just fun to see that. Rocket Power was on Nickelodeon. I don't know if you guys heard of Rocket Power.
That made me want to be a skateboarder so bad.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I didn't like it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's all good. It's not for everyone. It was just it reminded me of my childhood friends growing up. There was 3 guys and a female that hung out together, and that's what we were, and that's what Rocket Power was. Sammy, Otto, Twista, and Reggie, I believe it was for the girl.
Yes.
So it just reminded me of my childhood friends when we were growing up, and we lived in the same block, and it's just memories and stuff like that, and just I'm trying to think of the word. Can't think of it. I'll come to me when I'm talking about some stupid shit. Digimon. I loved Digimon. It was so awesome.
Hit the chopper like a Digimon. I got
like I'm not a big huge fan of the newer Digimon. I'm talking about the first season Digimon. With Ty and Joe.
Oh, you don't like the one when they turned into the Digimon?
No, I did not.
What was that, season 4?
It was like season 3, season 4.
I did not like that at all. Powerpuff Girls, because that shit was awesome. There's so much fighting.
That one episode when they had spoof Dragon Ball, where like Blossom had to fight Princess when she had that gold suit on.
Oh yeah.
I still have vivid memories of seeing that for the first time because that was like when Dragon Ball was still in its heyday. And I was like, oh my god, this looks so. Man, look.
I think that's a big reason why I like Powerpuff Girls is because they were just like, it was a fighting cartoon, and I was big into fighting then. So they just happened to be girls. I didn't give a fuck. Dude, I love that. I love that cartoon, bro. I watched the shit out of that when it was on Netflix for a couple months.
You haven't seen the reboot, have you? I heard it was trash.
No, not the new ones, but I watched like the old ones.
Okay.
Yeah. And my number 1 cartoon for growing up. Y'all ready for this, dude? Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh,
that's anime.
no.
No,
I don't know.
Nah,
you didn't say nothing about Digimon, and that's definitely anime. So
that's anime too. I said that. I was like, it's
there's a couple things that are definitely iffy on. Iffy. Yeah, to me, I grew up with Dragon Ball, so to me, Dragon Ball is a cartoon. Now, like Super, to me, is an anime. So that I don't know.
It's weird because I consider Digimon a cartoon, but
yeah, so do I.
Anime, I'm just weird like that. I don't consider Avatar an anime. I don't
It's
know
not.
why.
It's made in America.
Yeah. So
We got
that's,
American
that's
anime.
that's my number one. That is my number one cartoon growing up. It speaks for itself. If you guys haven't seen Avatar: Last Airbender,
You doing
don't
yourself
watch.
a great
Don't
injustice.
don't watch the movie because I was very disappointed in the movie. But go watch the animated series. It's amazing.
Zuko
Go
has
watch the animated
greatest-
series and then go watch Korra afterwards because that shit did not disappoint me one bit.
Zuko has the greatest character development in
Oh yeah,
history.
In cartoon
of-
history, yeah.
cartoon
100%.
history.
dude.
Yeah.
It's oh my god, it's amazing.
It's insane.
So it's amazing.
Oh, it's on me.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, so number 5, Courage the Cowardly Dog,
Great choice.
and we all know why. It does not need to be said which episode made me love that show. If anybody doesn't know,
What's
mhm,
up for my cuz?
the greatest. That's one of the greatest cartoon little shows ever. I'm about to say Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry, 2 cats, 1 mouse. Copy.
2 cats, 1 mouse, man. But I think what got me into that was just when they did the little jazz bits, anything with the music in there. I'm a big music head, so the episode when Tom was trying to sing to the cat and was doing the little jazz bit,
You
my-
ain't my baby.
that was so fire to me. Regular show is number 3.
Yes.
Nah, regular show is more current. It's like in between, but that
Came
show
out like 2010.
2010. That show is man.
That show was made for 20-year-olds. I don't care what nobody says.
Man, that shit. When they put Childish Gambino, that's how I found out about Childish Gambino because of that show. When they had when they were rapping, they was rapping against Pops, and Pops started reading poetry. Yeah. Number 2 is Dexter Laboratory, because every time you get mad,
Say it again, Dexter.
yo, oh Dexter, which one you like? Both of them.
I love those Dexter memes. Say it again, Dexter. A 454 carburetor.
And number 1, it shouldn't be a surprise. Ed Nettie. Why?
Oh
Because
my god.
I love Ed Nettie. Tall Ed was my favorite character because I was basically Tall Ed growing up. I'm not gonna lie to nobody. Double D, that oblivious to everything, paying attention to comic books. Got a little sister that kind of ran everything. Yeah, that was me. I ain't gonna lie about it. But
Oh, my lasagna.
yo,
This man said, "How can my feet smell if they don't have a nose?" Like,
yo, say some dumb stuff. But then again, yo, I think that's the last cartoon that was like real life slapstick comedy cartoon, bro.
it was the
Like,
last one that was like hand drawn too.
hand drawn. Like when they said a punchline, shit. Like when Ed, but a lot of people didn't realize like Ed was kind of actually pretty smart but dumb at the same time. Because Ed did some stuff in that show. Was like, yo, is he really dumb like that? Or and then he turned around like, yo, what the heck? I've never thought about it like that. So yeah, Ed and Nettie plus the son of a shepherd. So you know, these motherfuckers
Right.
really out here got me doing this, man. Go ahead.
Skyz.
All right, so I had a lot of trouble with. I had 4 that are like without a doubt to me deserve to be on this list. 1, undistinguishable heavyweight cartoon champ of the world, and number 5 was really hard for me. I had like 6 fucking cartoons I wanted to put here, but I had to divide it up between 2. So my 5 actually has 2 slots. One, Tom and Jerry, because if that isn't the definition of fucking on site, bro, those dudes pots, pants, whatever it is, bro, on fucking site. That's the type of energy I need in my life. The second place for number 5 ended up being Looney Tunes, because like, and I don't know what essence to put this in, but like the whole Looney Tunes thing in essence, you know, the what hunting wabbits, you know, like fucking, like that's just clap, bro. That's just fucking clap. The rest of these don't have a particular order. The number 1 does. But Aaron should have seen this coming. But Teen Titans is another one of my favorite animes of all time.
Yo, Raven fetish.
Bro, it's not a fetish, bro.
It definitely is.
It's not.
Well, we don't king shame here.
It's not a fetish or a king. Teen Titans was for me like the perfect cross between story and action. I love that anime. It was like I don't know. I had a lot of animes in this genre, like a runner-up, just kind of like this. Well, not it's to me kind of in the same category as like Danny Phantom or something like that. That almost made my list. But the next one would have to be Courage the Cowardly Dog. That is if you didn't think you were actually tripping fucking balls watching that show at all fucking times, then you're probably some type of fucked up in the head, because watching that show, I thought I was tripping balls.
When you done, Joe, there's one episode I want to bring up about that.
Number 2, Avatar: The Last Airbender, all the way. That is probably one of the best storylines I've ever seen in any type of cartoon / anime, whatever you want to call it. To me, it's a cartoon. Like they said, Zuko's character development is insane. Katara's character development is insane. Aang's ability to overcome obstacles at every turn, and trust me, he did not have it easy. And to me, the number 1 undisputed heavyweight champ of all cartoon fucking shows ever, Scooby fucking Doo.
Which one though?
The original cartoon show, for one. The original cartoon show,
From
not
the
that
60s?
fucked up. No. The newer version, like
What's new Scooby Doo?
Yeah, what's new Scooby Doo?
Yeah, I think yeah. So like, not that
Sing the
cookie cutter
theme
new shit. Scooby Doo, where are you?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the
yeah,
60.
that's
That's 61.
Yeah. So that Scooby Doo for one, and let me tell you, all the movies they made for that Zombie Island, bro, they did not have to go that hard for us, but they fucking
Zombie
did
Island
it
is
for
really
us, bro.
Yeah.
Zombie Island, bro, the fucking movie about the fucking rock star vampire chicks, bro, the fucking movie about the witches,
You know they still coming out with those.
bro. It's the fucking movie about the witches, bro. The fucking one about the like cyber fucking alien thing.
Yeah, when they went into the
and
video
then
game.
yeah, and then the actual fucking alien one, where he like seen a jackalope or whatever. Bro, they did not have to go that hard for our generation, but they fucking did it for us, and they are forever in my heart for that.
And those were like straight to TV movies too. Did not have to be that good.
Yup. Those so that is my undisputed heavyweight champ.
All right,
Of
is
the
it my turn?
world. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay. I can wait.
Okay. I'm gonna have some honorable mentions. SWAT cats for one.
Oh my god, bro! It almost made the list, bro. It almost made the list.
T-Bone and Razor. T-Bone and Razor is forever going to be the coolest cats ever in animation.
Bro.
I don't care what you say. So, SWAT cats is an honorable mention. Another honorable mention, and it's a fairly new one, is Steven Universe. My nephew put me onto this. When I first watched it, I was like, why are we watching a show about lesbian space rocks? Well, yeah. But yeah. That storyline is so good for no reason. And I have no qualms about the girl on girl thing, about it being a gay relationship. They don't throw it in your face every 2 seconds, and that's why I like it. It's that there's superheroes who happen to be gay. When you do LBGT, that is the right way to do it. Don't throw it in my face every 2 seconds that they're gay. Okay, because I get it. But this was like, it was secondary to the storyline. I was so interested in the storyline. The movie just came out really soon. That's an honorable mention. Almost made number 5, but it ain't set long. It hasn't sit with me long enough. But if we're gonna go to my real number 5, it's Kids Next Fucking Door. Yo, that show. That show still wants me to. I still want to be a K&D agent. At the age of 27, I still want to be a Kids Next Door agent. Make me an adult sector or whatever you want to call it. Like, Kids Next Door was ahead of its time for as far as like the jokes that it had, and then the sheer fact that Nigel Uno #1 is the dubbed voice of my favorite JoJo just sinks the deal. Like. Like, I love K&D. Number 4 is Justice League Unlimited. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. Green Lantern is black. The real Green Lantern is black. That's
the one with black Green Lantern, right?
Yes,
like
yes, that's the cartoon. That's the real Green Lantern. His name is fucking John Stewart, and he is black. Yo, he's a Marine. That's the real Green Lantern. I don't care.
Shout out to the other Marines, man.
Yeah. Number 3 is SpongeBob, only up to season 4. Everything after the movie is trash to me, but I'm not gonna tell these kids what they can and cannot like. I'm not that old and crotchety yet. But the fact that we have a new SpongeBob meme every other week is a testament to how good that cartoon is.
It almost made the list, but it's like, it's one of those ones where like it doesn't even have to be said. Like, you know, like SpongeBob is just
fell off after that first movie. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
There's some quotables, but the fact that we can still quote, like, I can still quote the first to fourth season verbatim. If we can get into a meme war right to this day, we can get into a meme war with SpongeBob, and it's the last running 90s cartoon. Came out in 99. It's the last running 90s cartoon. This should get some focus for that. Number 2 is kind of a double hitter. It's the 90s Spider-Man that we talked about earlier, crossed with the 90s X-Men. Because they had the crossover episode that put, like, it had the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Iron Man.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
That is what really made me a comic book nerd. Is watching that. Those two is what put me onto Marvel and why I'm a Marvel head to this day. And a lot of people don't know their roots if they didn't watch that cartoon, as far as when we go into this comic book shit. And number 1, I'm a piggyback off of Crono, Ed and Nettie. Would you say the episodes that legit had me and my brother crying? Like, some of those situations, those the Eds got themselves in were just hilarious. And the fact that it wrapped up and they knew when to stop, and that the movie is such a good ending bowl to it. I still watch Jingle Jingle Jangle, the Christmas special, every Christmas. I have to. It's not Christmas unless I see the Ed and Eddie Christmas special. I'm not gonna hold you. But that's my top 5. Anybody else have any talking points before we go to the last thing on the docket?
Any honorable mentions anyone wants to throw out?
Yeah, so
I don't have one now.
I do.
Go ahead.
But one I want to talk about is a specific episode on Courage the Cowardly Dog. Remember when he went to, like, he was in the hood? It was like the hood, and they had the girl with the violin.
Schwick.
That shit scared the fuck out of me the first time I ever seen that shit. That claymation.
Yo, Courage messed a lot.
That's what I'm saying. And a lot of people good Courage was, because Courage had shit that would scare you, and then you look at it now and you laugh at it.
Yeah.
Like, that shit gave me nightmares when I seen it. I'm like, yo,
that
this shit
shit's
ain't
crazy.
Oh, or Muriel's nephew, who was a barber and just was saving courage in the bathroom, and nobody could get him out the bathroom. Or the Duck brothers that kept laying eggs. Like, Courage definitely had some hits. Like that show is definitely slept on.
That show's crazy, man.
And then,
I love that show.
So my show is going to be, and people are gonna be like, yo, this dude childish. Blue's Clues.
Oh, boy.
I was a Little Bear kid, but I fucked with Blues.
Yo, we ain't talking about with the other two randoms, not the new
We
one.
talking about with Steve.
We talking about with Steve.
You know he came back, right?
He came back for an episode.
It was only an episode.
So my nephews are watching the new Blue's Clues, and that junk is terrible, boy. I don't even know who this Samoan Asian dude is. I don't know what he is.
I mean, but Blue's Clues been dead ever since Joe was a thing.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's it.
I think my honorable mention or a couple would be, like I said before, Danny Phantom. I can't believe this made Aaron's list, but SWAT Cats, bro. I was literally thinking about this earlier, and so bad, bro. I wanted to put it on there so bad.
No, it's one more. It's one more I actually got. Remember the cartoon with the sharks?
Street Sharks?
Street Sharks, yo.
I don't know that one.
That was that was back when Ninja Turtles was a thing, and everybody wanted to be Ninja Turtles. It was Street Shark, Biker Mice from Mars, and something else.
And then I think the last one for me would have to, and this is like, I feel like people watch this, and me and AK definitely watch this, but I don't know if a lot of people remember it, but Static Shock.
Oh yeah, what was I thinking?
Bro, Static Shock. Yeah, me and Aaron make jokes all the time about how you couldn't figure out the one black dude with dreads
in South
Dakota was Static
Shock. Like, how many black people walking around in dreads in South Dakota?
But yeah, those were like really like right there. But I had to throw like the Looney Tunes Tom and Jerry thing because there's just like, I mean, I can just remember so many times as a kid where that, like, the on-site type of shit from Tom and Jerry, bro, is just classic. What about you, Rabbit, you got any honorable mentions?
Dude, I had to fucking look up my fucking cartoons. I can't think of anything. My mind is just straight, like, you guys. You're
getting too old. We got it. All right, next topic.
Exactly, dude. It's that gray hair, dude. It's fucking. It's getting
Don't
to my
scare
brain.
me, bro, because I got like.
It's getting my.
I got like 20 of them.
Hey, I have a whole beard full, bro. You want some?
No, I'm good. All right. Last topic of the night is basically nerd community, and I want Crono to pretty much explain this. He kind of explained it to me over our Snapchat, but I want him to go ahead and explain it to me so we can all powwow and bounce off of him.
All right, cool. So this topic, I'm talking about nerd community. Well, we say nerd community, but it's really just about community, you know, coming together, doing something that we all love. So last weekend we had HumanCon come up, and it made me really think about really like all the different types of people that come together who you might not even meet on a daily basis. And the reason I want to bring this up is because, you know, we don't usually talk about it enough. It's a lot going on, like how we were saying about Fallout 76, Blizzard, and it's a lot of negativity getting pushed out about how these communities are trash. And we've all been in these types of situations. People come up to you, oh, this community sucks. Oh, this sucks. Well, let's be realistic. I'm gonna use a certain point. I am a part of what is known as House of Gaming. That is a community of itself. We all are actually are in here are part of House of M Gaming, which falls under. It's a how we put it? It's a sub community which is under the greater community, which is the FGC or the gaming community. So what I say is we build our camaraderie based off of just who we are.
I'll be honest with you. I probably wouldn't have met Joey and Rabbit, AK. We wouldn't be doing this if we didn't meet in our community. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not about negativity all the time. People look at something, like I said, I'm going to use the FGC. When people talk about the FGC, they be like, oh my God, you guys are so negative. You guys are this, you guys are that. I hate to tell you this. You can be a part of the FGC and not be a part of the community. You can be a part of the grand cosplay community and still not be a part of a community. What I mean is, let's look at really what's a community. Let's use real life. So I stay in Dearborn Heights. I stay in the outskirts of Detroit. I stay in Dearborn Heights, which I stay in a apartment complex, but I stay in one section of the apartment, right? Let's break this down. Grand scheme of things, the gaming community, which falls under the FGC, and my apartment complex is House of Gaming. Therefore, my neighbors me and them have to get along, or we have to be cool. I am cool with my neighbors. So I'm cool with AK, I'm cool with Joe, I'm cool with everybody in House of M. You get what I'm trying to say? It's not about the grand community. It's about the community in which you're in. That's how you grow. That's how you
relationships you make. Yep.
Right. And we don't talk about that. People bring so much negativity, and I joke. Like last week, I joked about 90% of gamers have no skills. I stand by that. It was a joke, but I stand by that. But still, at the end of the day, in the community, if you're not that skilled, one thing we do, we come together and we practice. We crack jokes, we talk our smack, but we're all practicing. We're all pushing ourselves to get better. And it goes deeper than that, because there are gamers that build lifelong relationships. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So
I've known Rabbit for 10 years.
Right. I met AK. I'll give you a prime example. I met AK playing Overwatch.
In a random
lobby. It was a random rank match. I didn't say nothing the whole first game. I heard him and his wife talking. I ain't say nothing. We won the match. So I said, okay, let me stay in the lobby. Let me talk to them. So I get on the mic finally. We're talking. We played 3 games straight. We won like 5 or 10 games straight that night. And we got to talking. Let me explain how gaming in the world is small. It's so small. We get to talking, and he asked where I'm from. I said Detroit. And I asked him where he's from. I was like, well, I'm from Benton Harbor. And we got to talking. Come to find out, he knows somebody that used to stay across the street from me when I was younger. Mm-hmm. We linked up.
I went to college with her.
He went to college with one of my friends. So we link up. Now he introduced me to the House of M because I told him I play fighting games. Now I've met people like Rue. I ain't gonna give out his real name. Rue and Cam. And all of us all together, we played every other night for the past year and a half, 2 years. Yep. Every night playing MK, playing. They're getting me in the DBZ. As much as I say I do like Dragon Ball Z, I'm getting in DBZ fight. And it's like things like that. Right, and it's things like that. But it goes deeper than that because I am a college student. I'm a 27-year-old college student. And there's times I don't know, I might come in the chat and I might be depressed, and I can come to these guys and talk to them about stuff. I can talk to them about real life stuff. That's more of a community than me just saying, "Oh, I'm a part of HOM. This is a fighting game community." That's not a community to me. A community truly is people working together to build each other up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And we don't push that. There's a lot of YouTubers. There's a lot of influencers that influence the wrong things. Like, I'm going to, I'm not trying to start nothing, but as a YouTuber, as somebody that has over 2 million views, I really need to man up and say something positive for once to your community, because you can do so much more for the gaming community and you don't do it. And it annoys me when I watch bigger YouTubers use their platform for dumb stuff, for negativity. You know what I'm saying? We here at Nerd Boys Gamer, we're trying to build a community of positivity. Yeah, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk shit. That's what we're known. House of M, we talk shit
all day, every day. Shit.
If you think that's toxic, don't sell to us, because we talk shit. Anybody
any one of my friends that have watched this podcast would tell you I talk shit.
Mm-hmm.
Do I mean it? And do I mean it? Is that me in real life? No. Nicest person. I would give my last for anybody in real life. But it is what it is. But we're trying to build a community out of positivity and to show people like, hey, we're regular people. We're nerds. Yeah, we come from different aspects of life, but we're trying to build. We're friends. This is a friendship that's probably going to last for life. And even if it don't, I'm glad I met these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Preach.
I don't know if the guys got anything they want to say, but that's just why I want to kind of bring up more of a positive note.
Like
Yeah.
the fact that I'm planning, emphasis on planning, because marriage is not cheap. The fact that all of these guys want to come to my wedding and I met them through PlayStation stands a testament to how this nerd stuff is more than just a bunch of guys.
Whoa. Hold up. Come to your wedding.
You know what I mean, don't you? You know what I mean.
Clarification.
You guys are gonna be in it. Stop it. But I'm just saying. But the fact that they want to come to my wedding off of just because we happen to play a couple games together stands the testament of how you can make relationships through this. And it's some positive in all of the negative. It is some positive in it. The fact that we got our first 100 views pretty much through word of mouth in the span of what, a week?
Same.
Like I made YouTube videos before this that still are like at like 20 views.
Attaboy.
Like it's a testament on how the community can really be used for good, and if you stop looking at everything as negative about it. Just off a sure point, there's certain stuff I would have never gave a look. I would have never tried Rocket League if it wasn't for Rabbit and
I mean, he don't play it, but he did try it.
or
did.
I would have never sunk as many hours into Overwatch if I didn't have Crono actually be a halfway decent DPS to actually back me up when I had that shield up was playing Reinhardt. So I mean,
halfway decent.
Hey, I'm in Diamond Boy.
I gotta throw some shade in there somewhere. Like the fact that I actually met Crono last year at UmaCon at a convention off of PlayStation, that just blows my mind. Like if you would have told me I would have did some stuff like that 10 years ago, I would say you're insane. I'm never gonna meet somebody else on the internet and meet them in real life. What are you, stupid? But it's if you navigate this community with some type of sense on top of your head, you can actually meet some genuinely good guys in here.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. So I don't know, I've talked about this a couple of times in the other podcasts that we've done together, but I've known Skyz for, it's got to be 10 years now. Like we met on 360. We got Facebook. We linked together.
Young little gods that we were, bro. All I'm saying, real quick note on that, nobody could run our fade on MW3. Anyways, continue.
So what happened? Like I went through a rough patch in my life when me and my baby's mom split, and the people I played with, they were there for me. It didn't matter if I just needed to like just play a game and forget about like my real life for a minute, or if it was just like, hey, yo, I need to talk about some stuff in this event and just get it off my chest because I feel like absolute shit. It got to the point where I moved away, and these guys were there for me. So it's just at that point in time, I talked to like 3 of them still, but at that point in time, there was like 10 of us that played and I talked to.
Yeah.
I talked to 3 of them now. Skyz, Debacle, and Drewski. Still talk to those guys. We all met on 360, but now we all have a PS4. But dude, my daughter loves Joey. Like every time I'm online, she's like, "Are you playing with Joey?" Tell him I said hi, and then Joey's the same way. He's like, "Kylie just come home." Like, yep. He's like, "Tell her to hi." Like, this isn't a negative.
Way with my son. He's
right.
It
literally happened today. She was asking to go do something, and I was like, "Hey, is that Kylie? Tell her I said hi." And he's like, "Joey says hi," and then she's like, "Hey." Like you can hear in the background.
Even though Skyz still owes my son an Overwatch, a Fortnite match that's been pending for like a year. But hey, whatever.
That transaction has not yet crossed my card.
So that's another testament of like not every gamer is a toxic gamer. Like there are some of us who care and want to have a fun time and are there for each other. So
I think the grand scheme of things, the biggest point to come across from this is at the end of the day, no matter how frustrating something may be or whatever, community overpowers it all. You know, even if you are buttoning heads in Overwatch because someone's fucking trash Doomfist and you think you're a better Doomfist. Not really a specific scenario, of course. But you know, at the end of the day, you at the end of the day, you might end up on the same podcast panel. Yeah, I mean, it's all about community.
Okay, we've been saying this for 3 weeks. We got to tell the story.
Tell the story so we can stop.
All right. So the first day I meet Joe, we playing ranked. So it's me, AK girl, Joey, and I forgot who else.
I think Monkey was still with us at that time.
I think my cousin Monkey was still with us.
No, not that Monkey, the other one.
Oh, we ain't even gonna get on that little boy. But yo, so we playing, and I go to look at the DPS because I'm healing at the time. I have gold DPS as a Moira. I look, I'm like, yo, Doomfist, switch, you getting? I'm like, Doomfist, bro, come on, man. He's like, Joey gets on the mic, kid, chill. This is my day 3 Doomfist. Man, all hell broke loose in that chat. Me and Joey was in this.
That chat flipped upside down, sideways. We were like a box of rocks, bro.
Fight. We were,
bro. I swear, at one point in time, it literally got so bad that we was talking about linking up and beating each other's ass.
And look, AK instigated the fight. Here go AK. You know you're Marine, right? You know Crono a Marine, right?
And I was over there like,
I'm doing fucking be a Marine.
Oh no, he was like, yo, I'm sitting here laughing. Me and Lisa laughing, yo. Like, yo, I hope you know I'm a Marine. I'm like, it don't mean he can fight. I'm like, bro.
And then here go Crono ain't making it no better. Dropped his whole address. He do that every time, bro.
I dropped the whole address.
The whole motherfucking thing.
Because here's the thing, like I said, we community. At the same time, if you about that life, I'll drop my address. If you come to my house, be prepared to get the worst ass whooping you have ever received in your life.
The rash.
Like,
about to do you like Luigi's Mansion, do them fucking ghosts.
In the middle of Detroit, in a spot they have no idea to fight. Man, look, they got to be a Super Saiyan or something, cause like,
yeah, I ain't going to Detroit for that shit. You meet
not to go fight nobody. No,
me in Indiana, bro.
But like, all jokes aside, like, yeah, this community thing, like. One more story I want to bring up before we go ahead and part ways. I want to bring up about, for the past 2 days, just to say how great community is. Fabo is still singing the same old song the past 3 years.
Oh my god.
So we made a joke about Tatted Up. If you don't know what Tatted Up is, just type in
look it up on YouTube.
Fabo. Look it up on YouTube. We've, for the past,
we've been about like 3 or 4 days.
3-4 days making up new lines to that song. It got to the point, I think somebody was in the chat like, stop, Fabo, you at your funeral, man. You ain't get casted. This is me. I'm headed up.
You're like, man, I gotta wait in the back of the lobby. I'm like, it's like 12 people's up in here. Laugh it up!
And a lot of y'all might be looking at the party like, man, what is this dude talking about? That's the thing about the you have to be there, man.
You have to be there.
You have to be there, man.
It's been many a times my wife be like, Aaron, would you shut the fuck up? We're trying to sleep.
bro. Honestly, that we need to like make like a segment or something and call it like mic'd up on one of the like fucking like lobbies, bro, and they would understand. Like a 10 second, like 10 to 20 second clip. Just call it mic'd up. And just be a clip of the lobby.
Just let him play the lobby.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
All they're
Now we got the 16. Now we got the 16.
All they're going to hear is, "Oh really? Oh really? You gonna talk shit like that?" Dojo match then, first to 5, bitch.
No, all they gonna hear is gonna get quiet. Beat go off?
Did the beat go off?
The Muffin did my heat go off? Bang! That's what you gonna hear.
Dude, I'm gonna have my
Talk to me nice.
Talk to me nice.
You gonna hear the whole Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yo, listen. Rue was on one last night. We ain't even go into that.
He didn't, dude. That boy was on something last night.
Man,
Like,
I'm telling you, that man is untouchable in Mortal Kombat, man.
3 hours, bro. 3 hours of.
He was on like a 20-something streak by the time he finally lost.
He fucking 3 hours of him.
We know who beat him though. We know who beat him though.
Here
boy.
we go.
Oh boy.
Anyway, I think we're gonna call it because we've been doing this for like what, an hour 45 minutes. It gets longer and longer each episode.
What, has it really been that long?
Yeah.
We started recording at 9.
Damn, yo, bro. Man, shut the fuck up. Cut it off.
The beat go off?
This podcast is about to go off.
This is the Nerd Boys Podcast, episode 3. We have an IG now. All the links are going to be in the YouTube video. I want to shout out everybody that's been listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and everything in between. We have submitted our links to iHeartRadio. We will hear from them in the next week or so. If so, we will let you know about that link if that's what you prefer to listen to your podcast. It is long-winded. But this is the Nerd Boy Podcast, and we out of here.
Oh, wait.
Of course.
What?
Beat go off?
Oh, what?